Hello there, Dr. Sheep here. Welcome back to our TGIF Talks, episode 187. I'm your host, Dr. Sheep, joined by my co-host, Anonymous Phil.
You do that intro so fast.
I do all my intros fast. I've done them hundreds of times.
Well, let's get a roll on.
Roll the intro. Alright, well, we're doing another remote podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We can tell them where we are. We're in the Big Indian Reservoir in very southeastern Nebraska. We're almost to Kansas. It's not that remote. You can see the power lines behind us. There's actually, I think there's service. I haven't really. Oh yeah. It's not 5G, but that's nothing to be upset about. But yeah, it's at least a little cooler up here on this hill, I noticed, than where we're down that bottom.
Yeah.
Don't go to the bathroom if you want to use the bathroom. It's
What you said?
It's a sauna. I went in there. I'm like. It smells all right because there's urinal cakes just kind of everywhere. Like they just broken urinal cakes laying on the ground. But yeah, we're kind of just on the side of the road here. All the camp spots or all the spots you're supposed to park at are like on the lake, and so you're sacrificing all or a portion of your sky. We've deemed, or more like I've deemed, this to be the most acceptable spot to be. We could go to the actual reservoir, the big, like on the dam, but we'd have to hike. And here comes a car driving right past us. We can ignore them. I don't care about that. Hello, goodbye. Where are they from? Minnesota? Losers. Anyways, how are you?
Doing alright?
That's good. I realized I hadn't been keep track of the time. Although enough time has passed where the sun is now behind a tree. But, yeah, I don't really know how much time has elapsed. Anyways, doesn't matter. Point is, the big topic for today I wanted to talk about was SpaceX released a photo of their third generation Raptor engine. And Scott Manley on Twitter was so gracious to make a comparison between Raptor 1, Raptor 2, and Raptor 3. So you can see the progress of the engines. And I'll share up the photo here as I show it to him. Look at that.
Gave it a nice paint job.
Apart from the paint job, look at how, like, it's so simplified.
Yeah.
Isn't that insane? In a matter of, like, a few years, they went from, a barely working engine to, holy crap, they have optimized the piss out of it. Now, a lot of it is now internal, and also, it's a lot lighter. They don't need heat shields, because it's all actively cooled by the cryogenic fuels. So they tried to get rid of as much stuff as possible and stuffed as much of it as possible inside, the housing, so it doesn't need the heat shield. But I was just like, holy crap! It looks just like the renders.
They gave it a nice paint job too.
Yeah. Well, no, like I remember. Actually, I don't think there wouldn't be paint.
They found blue metal.
Huh?
They found blue metal.
Okay, there was a number that would be paint. They paint a serial number on there. But,
1. Serial number 1.
Yeah, but like the majority of that's not painted. That looks like, well, that just integrates. That's probably like Teflon tape, but like for rockets.
Yeah.
The equivalent of Teflon tape for rockets. That blue part. It looks blue, but I think that's just because of the lighting. Because Yeah, see the little one's taken inside, but no, it's just incredible how they have optimized it already, and they haven't even flown into. It hasn't even gone to orbit yet. It's gone a little bit of velocities, but it hasn't gone to orbit yet. Incredible. SpaceX, yeah, they're already on V3. I wonder how long it'll be before they start making Starship V3, because they're planning now like a third iteration. They're working on a second iteration. There's going to be a third iteration. They're making it taller, a Starship, because right now, like Gen 1 isn't going to deliver the. It's not delivering the mass they promised. They're like 150 tons.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually, without refueling, it really won't deliver that much into orbit. Not much more than a Falcon Heavy or something. So,
This year every day, 150 tons.
yeah. How often do you need to put 150 tons into low Earth orbit?
Yeah. You know, every other day or so.
Yeah, normal things. No, so what do you think about that? You've got a smile on your face. I'm not used to you seeing a smile like that.
Well, I was just making a joke.
No. Back when you saw the image, though.
Yeah, what about it?
Oh, I just wasn't expecting that reaction.
Oh.
But you kind of
What reaction did you expect?
Your normal, just like, oh.
Oh, I can give that to you.
No, that's not the reaction. No.
Nah.
It's all. This is all real.
Eh.
Eh.
Could have been better.
Could have been better.
They gave it an honest try.
No, what I think is crazy is I saw the renders of it.
They gave me for effort.
No, but like I saw the renders and I'm like, it won't look like that, right? It looks exactly like the renders.
You saw it?
Like the V3 engine looks exactly like the rendered version of it.
Saw it with your own eyes?
Well, like the images that SpaceX shares.
That you hope are real.
A lot of people thought they were. A lot of people thought it was fake, but a lot of people were realizing. But then if people started looking at it close and they're like, oh no, it's real.
Yeah.
It's very real. Like, here are the renders. Doesn't Raptor 3 look very similar to what we saw in the actual image? I wasn't expecting that. I'm like, it'll look a little different, a little more complex. No. And if anything, real Raptor 3 looks less complex than the render. So, they've done something. But you spend enough money, you can do a lot of things. They don't want to continue on the... So did you, I guess, we'll continue on the SpaceX thing. Did you hear about them getting grounded?
SpaceX?
Yeah.
No.
So, like several weeks ago now, a Falcon 9, so the first stage did its thing, landed perfectly fine. Second stage went up. It was carrying just Starlinks. It went up, did its first main engine light, turned it off, and then it didn't relight.
When was it?
Several weeks ago now, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it failed. The engine blew up. The Starlink satellites were in too low of an orbit that their little ion engines couldn't get out of the atmosphere, and so it's the first failure of a Falcon 9 in like over 300 launches, or more like ever of a Falcon 9. And so, yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And the FAA was like, nope, you're grounded. So we figured, because it's endangering the health and safety of the world.
Yeah, it is. So they figure out what's wrong?
Yeah, basically there was a clamp that didn't get put down, that didn't get applied correctly, that was holding an oxygen line, and via all the vibrations that happened, the oxygen line cracked.
Oh, so there's a human error.
Yeah. The SpaceX's software it's impressive. It's crazy. It's like, oh, we'll get into that, but so basically the line leaked oxygen, which cooled everything down, and so then when it went to relight the engine, instead of just, the nice normal start, it didn't, everything was frozen up, and so it did what they call a hard start, which is just an explosion. It went boom. The engine exploded. It couldn't compensate. It released the Starlink satellites. Like, they weren't blown up. It released them, but it was too late. They weren't high enough in orbit because of the orbit that SpaceX does it in, to optimize how much. I think it's to optimize fuel usage. They weren't going to make it. But shockingly, they were already back up and running within 2 weeks. The FAA was like, "Yep, you're good to go." But you have 300 launches to show them we can do it 300 times in a row. How many rockets can say they've done it 300 times in a row?
Yeah.
I think only the Delta 4 rocket or the Atlas rocket can say they've done it 300 times. So I think Falcon 9 is soon to be the most used rocket ever. I guess there's Soyuz, but Soyuz had many failures. Many more failures, so. But also those rockets, and what's the funny thing is, it's on the second stage. That doesn't get reused.
Yeah.
So that's a brand new second stage every time. It's not flight-proven hardware. That's what somebody pointed out. It's like, of course it's the second stage.
Yeah.
Of course that's going to be where the errors are. Because the first stage, that's flight-proven hardware. It flew once, and they're not going to fly it if they think it's going to probably fail.
Yeah.
Or it's like there's a good chance they're going to replace the part or ground or build a new, or scrap it.
Yeah.
They're not going to. But the second stage, it's brand new. You don't know.
Don't know what you're going to get.
Sure, you built it like all the other ones, but how often is there a how often is there a manufacturing defect?
Yeah.
Look at Boeing. How often is there a manufacturing defect?
Yeah.
Good
More
old.
often than there should be.
Yeah. Significantly more.
Well, I don't know if you call it manufacturing or just maintenance.
I thought some of it was manufacturing defects.
Oh, are they brand new?
Like the door failed.
Was that a brand new plane?
No, but it wasn't something maintenance was going to catch. It was something that I believe the door that failed was because when they were manufacturing the plug, they let something slip, and so that door was going to fail. Eventually, it was just a matter of time. And it wasn't something that they check in maintenance. Because who the fuck's checking a door plug?
Well, now they are.
Now they probably are.
Now they are. Job security.
Yeah, isn't that the great part about when a company, is trying to cut corners? Now you get to keep your job as long as the company doesn't go under, because now they need you to do your job correctly. Well, actually, maybe you'll lose your job because you weren't doing it correctly to begin with. Go either way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and Elon's saying Flight 5 is going to be end of August, beginning of September. So, soon, month away.
Coming up.
Yeah, that would be exciting. Except it's just literally just a repeat of the last one, pretty much. It'll be different. We'll get the more testing of the heat shield, I guess.
Yep.
But the crazy thing about SpaceX is they have Starship, and as its current stage, meets the qualifications for rockets in the last, 15, ever since rockets existed. It can get a payload to orbit if it needed to.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to re-land. It doesn't have to be reused. Mm-hmm. If we just did it as rockets have been doing for the last ever, it is as functional as every other rocket. Mm-hmm. It's more functional than the Ariane 6, which also failed like the same week. That's Europe's brand new rocket to replace the Ariane 5.
Okay.
It also failed because it couldn't relay its second stage. It has something called an APU.
Auxiliary Power Unit?
No.
No.
That is not what it stands for. That's what everybody thought it stands for.
That's what it stands for in aircraft.
Right. It's not an auxiliary power unit. It is like auxiliary propulsion unit or something. Not even auxiliary, something propulsion unit. It failed, and so it couldn't relight the second engine, and so it.
That's what it stands for in aircraft.
No. Yeah, you're right. Scott Manley, who flies an airplane, he was like, "Oh yeah, I was expecting auxiliary power unit." Or if you're in semiconductor space, APU is that stands for something else. Doesn't stand for auxiliary power unit.
I'm not familiar with that.
APU. Oh, right. You have CPU, GPU, and then an APU is both those integrated.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
I've never heard that term in semiconductor spoken. I think it works for that.
I can, yeah, no, yeah, APU. Well, I don't want Arizona. Accelerated Processing Unit. Type of processor that combines a CPU and a GPU.
I'm not familiar with that.
Pretty much, if your laptop doesn't have a discrete graphics card like yours does, it has an APU. My laptop has an APU because it doesn't have a discrete graphics card. But no, yeah, so APU stands for 3 different things, kids. Fun fact. No, yeah, but no, I guess if we're talking about computers, I want to get a new. I kind of want to get a new laptop.
A new laptop.
Or like an iPad replacement.
Why is that?
But I just when we're on our trips, if like this trip, I just wanted to write. I wanted to start working on that short story.
Yeah.
I wanted to just start typing out stuff, but like I can't really do that on an iPad very easily or on my phone.
You get a keyboard. You plug in and.
iPads don't really let you do that.
Well, it depends. If you like there is a keyboard type fold-over screen. I personally did not like typing on it because there was a short period of time. I can't remember what company it was that my mom was looking for, but they gave out company little laptops where the case had a keyboard built into it. But
those were Windows tablets.
I didn't like typing on it because the keys don't really depress.
Yeah.
And so simply just resting your fingers on it could false trigger it to type or whatever. And then it just I didn't like the feel of it. But you can't actually buy a keyboard to plug into it?
It doesn't, okay.
That's not a thing?
They have a wireless keyboard.
Okay, what's wrong with that?
It costs a bunch of money and it has the same exact problem you just described. Plus, the iPad software isn't...
No, I meant like an actual... Someone hasn't built a keyboard that can...
Nope. Apple doesn't allow it.
Apple doesn't make one either?
Nope.
Why?
Because then it would eat into their MacBook sales. Why do you think MacBooks don't have touchscreens?
Is that really why? So people buy the other one too?
Mm-hmm. That's near as anybody can tell. Because like there's some YouTube, there's a Linus Tech Tips. He likes the MacBook, but he's just like, I hate the fact that I can't have a touchscreen.
Yeah.
Why can't you?
I will say, one nice thing about it is that when you make it a touchscreen and you use it a lot, you have to be sure to clean it a lot. Otherwise, if you're like, you know, in an area of the house or store or wherever you are where there's light and you can't see your screen because you got all these finger smudges, you gotta make sure you keep a little cloth with you.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. So I'm just like, it doesn't need to be crazy powerful. What I want to try and figure out is, can you download straight from, so like if I make a Google Docs, can I download that Google Docs, edit it, and then upload it back to Google, back in the Docs, once I have Wi-Fi again?
Oh, so can you... how does that work?
Because, like, you can get an app on your phone or on your tablet to run Google Docs.
Yeah.
Can I download a document and edit it and then upload it back up to Google once I have Wi-Fi again? We're talking kilobytes of information here.
Yeah. I think you can... Well, I don't know if you can save to Google Docs, but you save to OneDrive.
I don't want to save it to OneDrive. No, you mean Google Drive?
Well, your Google Drive. Well,
I just like, let's say I have.
So you want to open I don't know if Word is compatible with Google Docs. That's what you're asking, right?
It wouldn't be Word. It would be Google Docs, but like on your phone and on a phone and tablet, you can download a Google Docs app.
I've never done that. I don't know how.
Neither have I. I wonder, does it let you download one of your files ahead of time, knowing like, okay, I'm going to be on a plane, I'm not going to have any Wi-Fi. Can I download one of my files?
Yeah, and just have it stored on your RAM.
We'll store it in my, not my RAM. I don't want to turn it off and lose it all.
Well, I don't know what you're planning.
Well, no, in my actual like.
Oh, so you want to save it
system memory?
Oh.
You know, to my SSD or hard drive or whatever. Edit it within the app, because I have the app. You know, if I would have the app, I don't need to go onto a website. I can just open up the app, edit it within the app, and then once I have Wi-Fi again, tell it to update the file that it came from. It overwrites in the Google Drive, overwrites the file. Or do I have to copy paste it into a new doc and then delete the old doc?
Why would you? I just copy paste over the old doc.
Well, that's more work than just update.
I don't know how that works.
Well, I mean, I would assume it would just go based off.
I mean,
the
that
name.
would be nice if that's how it worked. I don't know how that worked. I never used that feature.
If it's a feature.
I didn't know that was a feature.
I don't know if it is either. That's what I want to make. I want to figure out if it is a feature before I were to like commit, because that's what I would want it for. That's what I just need it to. It'd replace my movie watching thing. So, I would still download movies and stuff to it to watch, and play games on it like my iPad.
Yeah.
But I want it to have that versatility.
Yeah.
I want to be able to work on documents easier. I don't know either. So, commenters, if there are any, does Google Docs let you do this? Let me know. Because Microsoft's coming out with these new ARM processors that look pretty compelling. Although, I don't know, they're not tablets. That's the thing. I also just like it being a tablet. Which is like, maybe I just get a newer iPad and then just get the stupid magic keyboard, the stupid keyboard for it.
Yeah.
But it's not like it's counted as an accessibility feature.
Why Apple though? Why not just get like a Windows tablet computer?
Oh, because I don't like the app system in Windows.
That's all.
Yeah, I don't like Windows app. There's a reason everybody likes iPads. They really have mastered the format of a tablet. But realistically, there's really no difference between anymore. iPad OS is just a limited Mac OS. But I don't know. That's what we need. That shitty ass van. No, I think it'll be a shorter episode. I think we're not quite at 30 minutes. I don't even know if we're at 25. This could be the shortest podcast ever.
Yep.
Just because it's dark and I don't know if is it too late to set up the telescope? Because you always said it takes like an hour.
I say that. I don't think it actually does. But I don't know if I actually want to set it up.
Oh. Okay. So you're
Do I
just
need to set it up?
It's up to you. If you don't want to set it up, you don't have to set it up.
Alright.
I just, you hauled it all the way down here.
Yeah.
But that's up to you.
I don't think I'm going to bother.
Fair enough. No, but anyways, commenters, let me know about that Google Docs feature. Let me know if it's a thing. Because I know it's a Word feature if you pay for frickin' Word. And, because you can get, online Word.
Online Word?
Yeah, it's like Word. It's like Microsoft's answer to Google Docs, but it's Microsoft Office Word. So,
yeah,
I know Word has it. Basically, it's basically what it is. Because you can have document sharing and people can work on it all at the same time over on a network.
Yeah.
Although, I don't know if it updates the same way. Actually, you know what? Google Docs, back in the day, back when I was working at the school, if you had it open, it saves to your system memory, to your RAM. It doesn't save to, your hard drive. But it would save to your RAM. And then if you lost internet, it would let you keep typing. It would just tell you, hey, we're not saving right now.
Yeah.
You're writing offline.
Yeah, it did do that, yeah.
And then it would update afterwards.
Yeah.
But does that mean I have to open the document, keep my thing powered on, and then
Well, yeah, you just don't let it die.
Yeah, but that seems like a pain in the ass.
You leave it plugged in.
But no, but what if I'm on a plane, or, I'm not next to an outlet, or what if I...
Planes have outlets now.
Well, I know, but or what if... I'm just saying I don't want to have to worry about, oh my god, I need to make sure my laptop's plugged in. Or what if you're going days without seeing an outlet? Because if you're on...
And your days without Wi-Fi?
Yeah. Because, some writers, they go on retreat. And they specifically go to get away from all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I would do that, but I'm
Then type on Word and copy and paste.
I don't want to have to pay for Word. Yearly.
Oh. You don't have to pay for Word yearly. It's a one-time thing.
Oh. I don't want to pay $100 for Word. But yeah, for that one computer.
It's one time.
Yeah, but then I have to pay for it again on another computer.
Yeah, that's how that works.
That's annoying.
Well, that's how they run their business.
Yeah, I know it's how they run their business. They kiss my ass.
Do something else. Actually, Apple has their own Word. What do they call it?
That's true.
So there's is it
Word? No, they call it
it's not Word.
Docs.
I don't know what it's called. Because they have their own Excel too. It's called Apple Sheets.
Yeah, so it's probably AppleDoc.
It doesn't do everything that Excel can do, but it does a lot of the features and calculations that a
lot of stuff that you would need.
A lot of the stuff I would need it for, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they do because I do a lot of if statements too with some of the stuff I do, and they do that as well.
Oh, you're doing ifs. What are you using if statements for?
So when I want to choose whether or not I wanted to include a cell, and there's certain conditions whether or not I want the cell to be accounted for.
Is this for your
my job? It's for my job.
Oh, okay.
It's for my job and personal as well.
Okay, what are you using it for personal? You need if statements.
Well, I used it when making the calculations for how much we all owed each other.
Oh.
And so I made the calculation so that way, no matter who paid more, it would always calculate and adjust based off of the person who spent the most. And in order to find the person who spent the most, you say, if this cell is greater, do this. If this cell was greater, do that.
It was you.
And so, but I did it for everyone. It's like, even if you paid the most for whatever reason, for like 1 year or whatever you bought the rental, it would still account for that. And so that's what I did.
I really didn't owe you that much, surprisingly.
Well, you paid for like your hotel and gas was the most out of anybody.
I did buy 2 hotels.
You bought 2 hotels.
And I just got screwed on gas.
And you got, screwed on gas. And so, for that reason, your total far exceeded what I paid without the car.
Yeah. Except for, and then there was Kyle.
Well, yeah, see, the problem there was he was like me. He just 2 nights hotels, but he got cheaper hotels. And he paid for 1 less gas and a half price because we filled up at a half a tank.
Yeah, he had to buy the most expensive gas, but he didn't have to buy the most expensive tank. I think I did that back in. Yeah. No, I don't think I got the most expensive tank. I remember I got gas twice because I got gas right after we left. Yeah. And then gas another time.
Yeah. And but no, I ran all the numbers by hand to make sure it was calculated right, and then I made sure that the calculation came out to what I got by hand to make sure that it was calculated out right.
No, like I said.
And then there was something else I was doing one day. Yeah. If error. If error is a great thing for. Let's say you want to divide 2 cells. But you don't have the data for the first cell yet, for one of the cells. For the
algebra.
What?
So algebra.
Yeah, algebra. But let me talk though. Let's say you have 2 cells that you're dividing. And let's say it's like a monthly budget or whatever. And the denominator for your total, let's say your total, you don't know it yet. So you don't put a number in. Well, your result will say error, divide by 0 error or whatever in the field. You can make it display nothing by typing if error. If error, put two quotation marks. Quotation marks means everything within this quotation marks, display that. If we put nothing there, it'll display nothing. And then you put a comma and type if not, display the calculation. And so it's a glorious way, so that way you don't have to see the annoying divide by 0 for cells you don't have the data for.
Okay. I'm not an Excel wizard. I took an Excel thing when I was in 9th grade, and that was the last time I did it. That was almost 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. It will be... Is it the beginning of my freshman year? Or is it... Shit, was it the whole year? I kind of think it was the whole goddamn year. Doesn't matter. Point is, it was almost a decade ago.
Yep.
And yeah. Well, anyways, it is dark. I don't know how much you can see, but I would like to.
Huh? It's getting dark.
Well, yeah, but it's dark for the camera.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Anyways, I would like to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. New podcast every Friday, noon Central Time, and good night.